A cry for help. Far from Earth, hidden within a quiet corner of the galaxy, existed the peaceful alien world called Vora. It was a beautiful planet filled with lush green forests, sparkling rivers, and peaceful towns inhabited by gentle beings known as the Vorans. They lived calmly, avoiding conflicts, and spent their days farming, studying, and building beautiful cities. But peace never lasts forever. One calm morning, Elder Kayla stood quietly at her balcony, admiring the sunrise glowing softly over the capital city, Borlis. She was old but wise, with gentle eyes that clearly showed kindness and strength. Today, however, worry filled her heart deeply. Strange signals had appeared in the sky overnight, and she felt something terrible was coming. Suddenly, alarms screamed loudly throughout Borlis, shattering the peaceful morning instantly. Kayla's heart raced, her hands shaking slightly as she rushed toward the city's communication center. People around her ran in confusion, fear clearly visible on their faces. Inside the communication center, young technician Talo turned quickly toward Kayla, panic in his voice. Elder, enemy ships appeared suddenly in orbit. They refused to respond to our messages clearly. Kayla stepped forward bravely, hiding her fear carefully. Show me clearly. The screen activated instantly, clearly showing dozens of terrifying enemy ships, filling the sky above Vora. They were huge, dark, and menacing. These ships belonged to the Drakkar, a ruthless alien race feared across the galaxy. They conquered worlds without mercy, leaving behind destruction everywhere clearly. Kayla felt chills deeply. Vora had no defenses strong enough to fight such powerful enemies. Their peaceful world clearly faced certain destruction. We must contact the Drakkar immediately, Kayla said urgently. Perhaps they'll accept peace. Talo activated communication channels quickly, clearly broadcasting a desperate message in simple English, the universal language for distress calls. Kayla spoke clearly, her voice gentle but determined. Drakkar fleet, please, we mean you no harm. We are peaceful. Do not attack us. We wish only to live peacefully. Please respond clearly. Silence filled the room painfully, each second passing like hours. Finally, the screens flickered, showing a fierce Drakkar commander, his cold eyes clearly filled with cruelty. You are weak, he sneered harshly. Weakness has no place in this galaxy. Prepare for destruction. The communication ended abruptly. Panic clearly spread quickly among everyone listening. Kayla took a deep breath, forcing herself to stay calm clearly. She had to act quickly to save her people. Talo, she said softly, urgently, send a distress call immediately to every nearby civilization. Someone must help us. Talo's hands shook nervously as he activated the emergency system clearly. Who should we call first, Elder? Kayla hesitated only briefly. Call the humans. They once promised clearly to protect weaker worlds like ours. Maybe humanity will keep its promise. Talo nodded quickly, sending the desperate call clearly, speaking in simple, urgent English. Humans, please help us. This is Vora calling desperately. The Drakkar have arrived. We cannot defend ourselves. We beg you, please come quickly. Save our world. The desperate message clearly traveled swiftly through space, reaching Earth quickly. On Earth, the United Human Council sat silently, listening to Vora's frightened voice clearly. Their faces turned grim, anger building clearly within them. President Elena Hayes stood firmly, her voice steady and powerful. We promised clearly we would protect life in this galaxy. Humanity will keep its promise now. Send our best fleet immediately. Vora needs humanity. Today, we answer their call. Within moments, a powerful human fleet quickly prepared, led by the courageous commander Elena Torres. She stood confidently on the bridge of the mighty human warship Unity, clearly speaking to her crew. Today, we fight clearly, not for ourselves, but for those who desperately need our help. The Vorans trusted humanity clearly. We must show the galaxy we deserve that trust. The human ships quickly departed Earth, racing bravely toward Vora. Back on Vora, Elder Kayla watched helplessly as Drakkar ships fired upon Voralis, explosions clearly shaking the peaceful city, buildings burning, families fleeing in terror. Kayla closed her eyes painfully, whispering softly, "Humans, please hurry." In space, humanity's fleet moved swiftly, determination and fury clearly in their hearts. Commander Torres broadcasted a strong, hopeful message clearly to the frightened Vorans, reaching Elder Kayla directly. "People of Vora, humanity hears your desperate cry clearly. Do not lose hope. Hold on. We are coming." On Vora, tears filled Elder Kayla's eyes clearly, hope returning to her heart. She whispered softly again, clearly knowing the truth. Humanity had heard their desperate cry, and now humanity's ultimate fury had awakened. Humanity's fury awakens. Commander Elena Torres stood silently aboard the powerful warship Unity, staring clearly through the large windows into deep space. Her strong, determined eyes showed no fear, only deep resolve. Behind her, dozens of human ships flew in perfect formation, rushing quickly toward the planet Vora. Her second-in-command, Lieutenant Marcus Reed, stepped closer quietly. "Commander, our fleet is ready. We received updated messages from Vora clearly. The Drakkar are destroying their cities right now." Commander Torres turned slowly, anger clearly visible in her eyes. "Then we must move faster. Humanity promised clearly to protect weaker worlds. We won't fail today." Marcus nodded respectfully. He clearly admired Torres's bravery and leadership. Everyone aboard the human fleet felt the same, proud and determined clearly to protect the innocent at all costs. On Vora, destruction spread quickly. Elder Kayla stood desperately on a small hill outside the burning city of Voralis, watching in sadness. Drakkar ships continued attacking mercilessly. Tears filled her eyes clearly, and she softly whispered, "Where are you, humans? We have little time left." Just as hope began fading completely, a bright flash suddenly filled the dark skies clearly. Huge, powerful human ships appeared instantly, arriving dramatically and fiercely, clearly surprising both the Vorans and the Drakkar attackers. Kayla's eyes widened, hope returning quickly. "They've come." Commander Torres quickly ordered, clearly and confidently, "All ships, attack formation. Protect Vora at all costs. Show these attackers clearly humanity's fury." Immediately, human warships charged bravely toward the surprised Drakkar ships. Powerful human weapons fired rapidly, hitting the enemy with incredible accuracy and power. Explosions quickly filled the sky, shocking the Drakkar completely. The human ships fought fiercely, protecting Voran cities from further harm. Commander Torres expertly guided her fleet, clearly leading them with courage, inspiring her crew greatly. Elder Kayla watched in awe and relief clearly, amazed at humanity's strength and bravery. The gentle Voran people, who had nearly lost all hope, cheered openly, clearly grateful to the humans who risked everything to save them. But suddenly, a larger Drakkar fleet appeared quickly, arriving from hyperspace. Massive warships surrounded the human fleet dangerously, outnumbering them clearly. Lieutenant Marcus shouted urgently, clearly worried, "Commander, enemy reinforcements arrived. We're heavily outnumbered now." Torres stood bravely, clearly showing no fear. "Then we fight harder. Humanity never backs down. Protect Vora until our last breath." The human ships continued fighting fiercely, clearly refusing to retreat, protecting innocent Voran lives bravely. The battle grew desperate quickly, human ships suffering heavy damage clearly, yet they continued fighting courageously. On the bridge of the battleship Valiant, young Captain Jackson clearly saw danger approaching. A massive enemy warship aimed directly at a fleeing Voran civilian transport. Jackson knew clearly there was only one choice. He broadcasted courageously, "Commander Torres, protect the civilians clearly. My ship will shield them." Torres's eyes widened. "Captain, your ship won't survive." Jackson replied clearly, calm but brave, "We promise to protect the weak, Commander. Today, we keep that promise." Jackson bravely steered his damaged battleship directly into enemy fire, clearly shielding the innocent Voran ship completely. Powerful explosions quickly engulfed the Valiant, destroying it heroically, but clearly saving hundreds of Voran lives. Elder Kayla, watching clearly from below, wept openly. Humans sacrifice themselves willingly to protect us. Such bravery clearly deserves our respect forever. Commander Torres felt sadness deeply, but her determination grew even stronger clearly. Captain Jackson gave his life to protect innocence clearly. Let his bravery inspire us. Humanity fights harder. Now, clearly moved by Jackson's sacrifice, human forces rallied fiercely. They attacked relentlessly, forcing the Drakkar to retreat partially, confused and frightened clearly by humanity's incredible determination. Yet the battle wasn't finished completely. The Drakkar commander, angry and bitter, broadcasted clearly to his fleet, "These humans are dangerous. Destroy them first, then the galaxy will fear us forever." Commander Torres clearly understood their intention. She broadcasted openly, courageously addressing the enemy. Jackson bravely steered his damaged battleship directly into enemy fire, clearly shielding the innocent Voran ship completely. Powerful explosions quickly engulfed the Valiant, destroying it heroically, but clearly saving hundreds of Voran lives. Elder Kayla, watching clearly from below, wept openly. Humans sacrifice themselves willingly to protect us. Such bravery clearly deserves our respect forever. Commander Torres felt sadness deeply, but her determination grew even stronger clearly. Captain Jackson gave his life to protect innocence clearly. Let his bravery inspire us. Humanity fights harder. Now, clearly moved by Jackson's sacrifice, human forces rallied fiercely. They attacked relentlessly, forcing the Drakkar to retreat partially, confused and frightened clearly by humanity's incredible determination. Yet the battle wasn't finished completely. The Drakkar commander, angry and bitter, broadcasted clearly to his fleet, "These humans are dangerous. Destroy them first, then the galaxy will fear us forever." Commander Torres clearly understood their intention. She broadcasted openly, courageously addressing the enemy. "You attacked innocent lives clearly. Humanity will never forgive that. Today you awakened clearly humanity's fury, and we will not stop until justice is done." On Vora, survivors openly praised humanity's courage. Elder Kayla clearly spoke to her people emotionally. Fury from the stars. In the quiet moments after Captain Jackson's heroic sacrifice, silence briefly filled the skies above the peaceful planet Vora. Commander Elena Torres stood firm aboard the mighty warship Unity, clearly feeling the heavy responsibility of her decision. Humanity had bravely defended Vora, but the battle wasn't finished yet. On the enemy flagship, the Drakkar leader, General Krovak, paced angrily. Never before had anyone resisted his powerful fleet so fiercely. Humans had surprised him clearly, and it angered him deeply. How can these weak humans fight so bravely? Krovak shouted furiously to his officers. They sacrifice themselves for aliens they barely know. We must destroy them quickly, before their courage spreads further. Back aboard Unity, Commander Torres carefully studied battle damage reports. Many human ships were damaged, but none had retreated clearly. She spoke strongly, clearly encouraging her exhausted crew. "We've hurt them badly, but the fight isn't finished yet. Prepare yourselves clearly. They'll come back even stronger." Suddenly, the alarm sounded sharply. Hundreds of new enemy ships appeared, filling the sky clearly above Vora. General Krovak's voice broadcasted cruelly, openly taunting humanity. "Humans, you fight bravely, but your bravery ends now. Your ships are few. Ours are many. Surrender now, and perhaps we'll spare your homeworld from complete destruction." Commander Torres's eyes narrowed sharply, fury clear in her voice, as she answered clearly, confidently. "You underestimate humanity. We never surrender clearly. Today you will learn the cost of your cruelty." Immediately, Torres ordered her fleet to fight fiercely, clearly determined to defend innocent Voran lives again. The battle raged dramatically, human courage clearly shown in every moment. However, the enemy's overwhelming numbers pushed humanity to the edge again clearly. Human ships took heavy damage, yet still refused surrender, clearly determined never to abandon their promise to protect. Just when hope seemed nearly lost, something astonishing happened clearly. Hundreds of unknown alien ships suddenly appeared from hyperspace, joining the battle unexpectedly, clearly aiding humanity. Commander Torres's eyes widened in surprise. Who are they? Her crew quickly identified the incoming ships. They belonged to several smaller civilizations, aliens previously too frightened to fight openly, but now clearly inspired by human bravery. "We've come to stand with humanity," a clear, strong alien voice announced openly. "Your courage inspired us deeply. Now we fight bravely beside you." Commander Torres smiled proudly. Humanity had clearly inspired hope across the galaxy. Elder Kayla, watching from below on Vora, felt joy and awe clearly. Aliens who once feared war now clearly stood bravely beside humanity, united by courage and honor. The Allied fleets fought together powerfully, surprising General Krovak completely. Clearly, the Drakkar hadn't expected unity like this. Panic spread quickly through enemy ranks, clearly shocked by the unexpected strength of the galaxy's new alliance. Angrily, General Krovak personally led his flagship toward the Unity, intending clearly to destroy Commander Torres and humanity's strongest warship. His massive ship fired fiercely, clearly hitting Unity's shields repeatedly, shaking the ship violently. "Commander," shouted Marcus urgently, "our shields are failing." Commander Torres remained calm clearly, eyes determined. "Then we'll fight directly. Target Krovak's ship clearly. Fire everything we have." Human ships responded courageously, concentrating firepower clearly on Krovak's flagship. Explosions rocked the huge Drakkar vessel violently, clearly surprising the enemy commander, forcing him to retreat desperately. With their leader retreating, the remaining Drakkar fleet panicked clearly, losing confidence. Allied human and alien ships attacked strongly, quickly turning the battle clearly into their favor again. Finally, after hours of fierce fighting, the enemy fleet completely retreated, fleeing from humanity's fury openly. Cheers erupted instantly across every Allied ship clearly. Humanity and their new allies had bravely won. Below, on Vora, survivors wept openly, deeply thankful to humanity. Elder Kayla spoke emotionally, clearly broadcasting to everyone watching across the galaxy. "Today, humanity showed clearly their courage and kindness. When we called desperately, humans answered bravely. Their fury against injustice clearly saved us. Vora and the galaxy will never forget clearly what humans did today." Commander Torres listened silently, deeply moved, proud clearly that humanity had proven itself so honorably. She clearly addressed her fleet gently. "We fought bravely because it was right. Today, we showed clearly what humanity stands for: courage, justice, and unity." On Earth, billions celebrated openly, proud of humanity's bravery. Humans clearly understood now that their purpose in the galaxy wasn't to conquer, but clearly to protect and inspire courage everywhere. Yet Torres knew clearly the war wasn't finished yet. The Drakkar had retreated, angry and humiliated, but they would return clearly, stronger and deadlier. However, for now, humanity and its allies celebrated openly. Elder Kayla's desperate cry had awakened humanity's ultimate fury clearly, but also united a galaxy, teaching clearly every civilization one powerful truth. Humanity fights fiercely, not because they love war, but because injustice clearly demands humanity's ultimate fury. The cost of courage. After humanity's brave victory at Vora, celebrations spread openly throughout many worlds. The Vorans praised humanity's courage clearly, deeply grateful to humans for saving them from destruction. Yet, despite celebrations, a sense of danger remained clearly felt across the galaxy. Commander Elena Torres stood silently aboard the Unity, staring sadly at the damaged ships surrounding her. Although victorious, The human fleet had suffered greatly. Hundreds of brave crew members had given their lives clearly to protect innocent aliens, and Torres felt the heavy weight of each loss. At that moment, a message arrived urgently from Earth. President Elena Hayes appeared on screen clearly, her voice gentle but concerned. Commander Torres, humanity has inspired great courage across the galaxy clearly. But now we face new problems. The Drakkar commander, Krovak, blames Earth openly for his humiliation. They plan to attack our homeworld next. Torres's heart sank deeply. Earth, humanity's home, now faced direct danger clearly because humans chose to help others. Hayes continued clearly, many civilizations admire us, but others fear clearly anchoring the Drakkar. Humanity inspired unity, but now our courage has made Earth a clear target. Torres answered confidently, Madam President, we'll defend Earth bravely. Humanity never backs down clearly from protecting innocent lives, especially our own home. Hayes nodded gratefully. Gather our allies. Humanity's bravery has united many worlds. We'll face this threat together clearly. Commander Torres quickly began preparations, openly sending messages clearly to every allied civilization. Immediately, responses arrived from worlds inspired clearly by human courage. Vorans, Arcturians, Zorathians, and many more, promising clearly to fight beside Earth bravely. Within days, Earth's orbit filled with thousands of allied ships clearly. For the first time, humanity stood openly united with countless alien allies. The incredible gathering of strength amazed even Commander Torres clearly, deeply moving her emotionally. Yet tension remained clearly. Soon, powerful Drakkar warships appeared ominously near Earth, led personally by the angry General Krovak, clearly seeking revenge. Broadcasting openly, Krovak spoke cruelly. Humans, surrender clearly or face total destruction. Your courage will not save you this time. Commander Torres clearly answered bravely, calm yet firm. You attacked innocence clearly, forced humanity's hand. We stand united now clearly, ready for whatever you bring. Angered, Krovak ordered his fleet forward furiously. Hundreds of enemy ships fired fiercely, quickly beginning a desperate battle clearly for humanity's survival. Above Earth, an epic and furious battle began openly. Humanity's fleet fought bravely beside countless alien allies, protecting Earth fiercely. Explosions lit the sky clearly. Courage shone clearly in every human heart. Yet enemy forces were powerful clearly, their brutal attack damaging human ships quickly. Commander Torres watched worriedly, clearly seeing danger rising. Commander, our defenses are weakening clearly, Marcus warned urgently. Torres responded bravely, clearly determined. Then we fight harder. Humanity's courage must never fail clearly. Protect Earth with our lives. Clearly inspired, humans and their allies fought desperately. Yet the Drakkar's strength was overwhelming clearly. Slowly, defeat seemed certain again clearly, enemy forces breaking through Earth's defenses rapidly. Suddenly, unexpected help arrived clearly. Dozens of previously neutral alien fleets appeared openly, led clearly by Elder Kayla of Vora. The Voran ships, though peaceful and lightly armed, bravely attacked enemy ships without hesitation, clearly inspired by human courage. Elder Kayla spoke strongly clearly over communications, addressing General Krovak directly. We will never abandon humanity, who saved us bravely. Attacking Earth means attacking us clearly as well. More allied fleets quickly arrived openly, inspired clearly by humanity's bravery and unity. The galaxy clearly refused to abandon Earth now. Furious, Krovak ordered his fleet to push harder, but humanity's united strength and courage clearly broke enemy morale slowly. Many Drakkar ships retreated fearfully, clearly frightened by the galaxy's newfound courage. Yet victory came at great cost clearly. Many human ships lay damaged or destroyed. Lives had been lost clearly, but Earth was safe. The battle finally ended, humanity victorious clearly, but the cost of courage was high. Afterward, Commander Torres spoke emotionally, addressing humanity and the entire galaxy clearly. Today, Earth stands safe clearly. But we paid deeply. Humanity lost many brave heroes. Yet their courage united countless worlds clearly. We showed clearly we protect not just ourselves, but everyone who calls for help. Across Earth and many worlds, billions openly honored humanity's bravery, deeply moved clearly by human sacrifices. Alien worlds now clearly respected humans, calling them protectors and heroes openly. Elder Kayla, the Voran leader, visited Earth personally, clearly moved by humanity's bravery and sacrifice. She spoke simply, clearly from her heart. Humans answered clearly our desperate call. Your courage inspired unity clearly across our galaxy. Your bravery will never be forgotten. Commander Torres stood silently, clearly humbled by the galaxy's respect. Yet, she knew clearly their fight wasn't over yet. The Drakkar still existed clearly, angered but not defeated completely. Earth and humanity had survived, but their courage, clearly awakened fully, prepared them for whatever challenge came next. Today, humanity's ultimate fury had protected Earth and united the galaxy, but the fight would clearly continue. Alliance born from fire. After humanity's brave defense of Earth, something remarkable clearly spread throughout the galaxy. Inspired by human courage, many civilizations quickly chose sides openly, joining Earth's cause bravely against the Drakkar Empire. On the distant planet Alora, known historically as neutral territory, representatives from many alien races gathered urgently. Inside a large, beautiful hall, arguments echoed loudly. Fear, hope, anger, and determination clearly filled the air. Elder Kayla from Vora stepped forward gently, clearly respected by all present after humanity's bravery saved her people. Humanity risked everything openly. Kayla spoke clearly, emotionally. When my world was attacked brutally, humans answered bravely. Now Earth faces the enemy directly. Clearly, we must stand together. Ambassador Thelos from the powerful Orion Alliance stood, his expression uncertain but thoughtful clearly. But if we openly support humans, we risk angering the Drakkar further. Are humans worth that risk clearly? Suddenly, another representative, a quiet figure from the small but brave Sylvani people, spoke clearly and powerfully, surprising everyone openly. Humans sacrificed their lives to protect aliens they never knew clearly. They showed clearly that courage matters more than fear. If we abandon humanity now clearly, what hope does any world have left? The chamber fell quiet clearly, deeply moved by the powerful statement. Slowly, ambassadors clearly began openly pledging support for humanity, inspired greatly by human courage. Back on Earth, Commander Torres received news clearly that many worlds now openly stood beside humanity. Relief and pride clearly filled her heart. Yet the fight wasn't over. General Krovak remained clearly angry, humiliated by humanity's strength. On his distant warship, he planned clearly a desperate final strike directly aimed at breaking humanity's united alliance forever. His angry voice addressed his officers openly. Humans inspired this foolish resistance clearly. If we destroy Earth now, their alliance will collapse instantly. Within hours, humanity received a terrifying warning clearly. Intelligence quickly discovered clearly that General Krovak had secretly built a massive, powerful weapon, the Void Cannon, capable of completely destroying planets instantly. President Hayes quickly summoned Commander Torres, her voice tense clearly. We must unite the galaxy's strength immediately. This weapon clearly threatens not just Earth, but every civilization. Commander Torres responded confidently, clearly determined. Then we gather every ally we have clearly. We stop the Void Cannon at any cost. Messages rapidly spread clearly across allied worlds, calling every available ship urgently to defend Earth one last time. Thousands responded bravely, clearly inspired by humanity's courage and unity. Within days, an enormous unified fleet clearly assembled bravely above Earth. Humans stood openly alongside countless aliens, clearly determined to defend each other until the end. Finally, General Krovak's massive flagship appeared ominously near Earth, the terrifying void cannon clearly visible, aimed directly at humanity's homeworld. Krovak broadcasted clearly, coldly, "Humans, your courage ends today. Witness your world's destruction clearly, and the end of your pathetic alliance." Commander Torres bravely stepped forward, clearly addressing Krovak openly. "Your cruelty united us clearly. Humanity showed clearly what true courage means, something your people will never understand." Furious, Krovak activated the void cannon clearly, preparing instantly to destroy Earth. Allied ships desperately attacked, clearly risking everything to save humanity. Battles erupted fiercely, courage clearly visible in every act. At the final moment, an unexpected small alien ship, piloted bravely by Ambassador Thalos himself, raced directly toward the void cannon. Clearly determined, he broadcasted openly, "Humans sacrificed for us. Today, we repay them clearly." Thalos bravely crashed his ship directly into the void cannon's core, clearly destroying it heroically, shocking everyone watching openly. The void cannon exploded violently, clearly damaging Drakkar ships heavily. Chaos spread quickly through enemy ranks, morale collapsing instantly. Commander Torres seized the moment clearly, leading humanity and allies fiercely, quickly driving the Drakkar fleet away completely. General Krovak fled desperately, clearly defeated and humiliated again. The battle was won clearly, thanks openly to humanity's courage, sacrifice, and the bravery they inspired deeply across the galaxy. On Earth, celebrations erupted openly, humanity and alien allies cheering together clearly, grateful for survival. President Hayes spoke openly to all civilizations, clearly emotional. "Today, humanity stands alive clearly because the galaxy stood bravely beside us. We learned clearly that courage, unity, and friendship overcome any enemy." On Vora and across countless worlds, celebrations honored humanity's bravery clearly. Elder Kayla spoke clearly and gently. "Humans awakened clearly our galaxy's true strength, unity. Their courage showed clearly what we can achieve together." Commander Torres stood silently, deeply moved clearly by humanity's incredible journey. Clearly, humanity's greatest weapon wasn't ships or weapons, but courage that clearly inspired an entire galaxy. Yet Torres knew clearly the fight wasn't over yet. General Krovak still lived clearly, angered and bitter. But today, humanity and allies celebrated openly, united bravely by courage clearly born from humanity's fury. Final stand for Earth. Above Earth, countless ships from dozens of alien civilizations floated silently, forming the largest alliance ever known clearly in the galaxy's history. Humans, aliens, warriors, and civilians all stood united bravely, ready to protect Earth at any cost. Humanity's courage clearly had inspired a galaxy, bringing them all together. On board humanity's warship Unity, Commander Elena Torres stood bravely, looking clearly toward space. She felt pride deeply, clearly seeing the alliance humanity had built through courage. Yet, she also felt deep concern clearly, knowing the Drakkar would return soon. Stronger, angrier, and determined clearly to destroy Earth. Lieutenant Marcus Reed approached quietly, clearly showing deep respect. "Commander, our forces are fully ready. Allies from dozens of worlds clearly joined us bravely. But intelligence reports clearly show the enemy is stronger this time." Torres nodded calmly, eyes firm clearly. "They're angry because humanity openly inspired this galaxy. Now we fight not just for Earth clearly, but for every innocent civilization." Suddenly, alarms blared urgently. Thousands of Drakkar warships appeared, filling space quickly around Earth. Leading them was General Krovak's enormous flagship, clearly more dangerous than ever. Krovak broadcasted openly, clearly angry and vengeful, his voice shaking with fury. "Humans, your bravery humiliated me clearly. Today, I'll destroy your planet completely, breaking the galaxy's hope clearly forever." Torres replied bravely, clearly determined and unafraid, speaking in simple but powerful words. You failed clearly to break us before, and you'll fail again today. Humanity stands united clearly with our allies. Earth will never fall. Immediately, the furious battle began dramatically. Thousands of human and allied ships courageously fought the enormous Drakkar fleet, clearly determined to protect Earth at all costs. Explosions lit the skies dramatically, courage openly visible on every allied ship. Yet enemy strength was overwhelming clearly. Human ships began taking heavy damage quickly, many destroyed bravely defending innocent civilian populations below. Commander Torres felt sadness clearly but refused openly to surrender. Suddenly, Marcus shouted urgently, clearly panicked. "Commander, Krovak's ship is directly targeting Earth. He plans clearly to destroy our planet completely." Torres's heart raced desperately. Protect Earth at all costs. All ships clearly attack Krovak's flagship immediately. Every human and allied ship responded quickly, attacking bravely and fiercely clearly, but Krovak's ship was extremely powerful. Slowly, defeat began to feel close again. Just when hope faded quickly, a desperate call came openly from Vora. Elder Kayla's voice clearly sounded urgently and emotionally. "Humans, you once saved us clearly. Today, Vora clearly repays humanity's bravery. We've brought friends. Hold on." Suddenly, thousands of small ships appeared bravely, arriving from distant, smaller civilizations. Ordinary people, inspired clearly by humanity's courage, rushed quickly to defend Earth openly. Commander Torres felt clearly inspired. Humanity's courage united these people bravely. Now together, we protect Earth clearly. The unexpected reinforcement shocked General Krovak openly, his fleet clearly struggling against this sudden brave unity. Furious and desperate, Krovak directly challenged Commander Torres. "Commander Torres, face me clearly, one-on-one, if you dare." Torres answered bravely and clearly, "If that ends your cruelty forever, I'll fight you personally." Instantly, Torres and her elite human crew boarded a fast attack ship, bravely charging toward Krovak's massive flagship clearly. The dangerous mission was humanity's final, courageous attempt to end the war completely. Inside Krovak's ship, fierce battles erupted dramatically. Humans fought clearly and bravely, finally reaching Krovak's command bridge. Torres stood firmly before the Drakkar leader, clearly fearless. "You failed," Torres said calmly but clearly. "Humanity united the galaxy bravely. You lose clearly." Krovak roared furiously, attacking Torres directly. A fierce battle followed openly, but Torres bravely overcame Krovak, clearly defeating him heroically. "Your cruelty ends clearly today," Torres declared strongly. With Krovak defeated, the Drakkar quickly panicked openly, clearly losing the will to fight. Human and allied forces attacked fiercely, clearly driving the enemy fleet away completely. Above Earth, humanity and allies cheered openly. Clearly, courage had won. Back on Earth, billions watched joyfully, openly grateful to humanity's brave defenders and their courageous allies. President Hayes addressed everyone clearly, speaking emotionally. Today, humanity and allies clearly showed incredible courage. We protected Earth clearly, not through fear, but bravery and unity. Humanity's ultimate fury clearly became our galaxy's ultimate hope. Across the galaxy, billions celebrated humanity openly, clearly understanding the powerful lesson humans had taught them. Human courage, bravery, and sacrifice united everyone clearly, inspiring peace through strength. Yet, as Earth celebrated bravely, Commander Torres stood quietly, knowing clearly their victory had cost humanity dearly. Many brave heroes had sacrificed everything clearly, but their courage had protected life itself. Humanity had shown clearly its true strength, not through fear or dominance, but through courage and unity. The galaxy was forever changed clearly, now inspired forever by humanity's bravery and fury. A legacy of bravery. After the incredible battle to save Earth, Peace finally returned slowly to the galaxy. Humans and their alien allies had defeated General Krovak and driven the Drakkar away completely, clearly showing that unity, courage, and sacrifice could overcome even the most powerful enemy. On Earth, millions openly celebrated humanity's brave victory. People crowded streets joyfully, clearly cheering humanity's courage and honoring those who bravely gave their lives. Yet, everyone knew clearly the cost had been heavy. Many brave humans and allies had sacrificed everything to protect innocent lives. Commander Elena Torres stood quietly aboard her warship, looking gently toward the peaceful Earth. Beside her, Elder Kayla of the planet Vora stood respectfully, clearly grateful to humanity. "Commander," Kayla spoke softly, clearly emotional. "Your people answered our desperate call bravely. Humanity showed clearly your courage and strength. The galaxy owes your people deeply." Torres smiled gently. "Humanity only did what we promised clearly, to protect innocent lives. Your people called for help openly, and we answered clearly, as we always will." Across Earth, humanity celebrated openly. In every city, humans and aliens gathered together clearly, honoring the brave heroes who had sacrificed their lives during the desperate battle. Yet even as celebrations filled Earth clearly, humans knew deeply their victory had cost many brave lives clearly. Heroes like Captain Jackson and thousands of others who sacrificed bravely for peace. Months later, Earth hosted a huge galactic ceremony, clearly honoring all those who fought bravely. Leaders from countless worlds gathered peacefully, standing openly in friendship and unity clearly, inspired forever by humanity's courage. President Elena Hayes spoke powerfully, clearly addressing the galaxy openly. "Today, humanity honors not just our own brave heroes, but every ally who stood clearly with us. We showed clearly that our greatest strength is unity and bravery, not weapons. We promise clearly to continue protecting life bravely." Ambassadors from hundreds of worlds stood openly, clearly respecting humanity deeply. Ambassador Thelos of Orion spoke emotionally and openly. "Humanity bravely taught us clearly the greatest lesson. Courage and unity conquer fear. Earth has clearly become our galaxy's beacon of hope." At that moment, a powerful hologram appeared clearly in the ceremony hall. The heroic image of Captain Jackson, clearly honored as humanity's symbol of sacrifice. Commander Torres stepped forward clearly, speaking openly and emotionally. Captain Jackson, and countless others clearly like him, gave their lives bravely for innocent lives. Humanity's fury clearly wasn't anger. It was courage and determination clearly shown by heroes who answered desperate calls. The hologram slowly faded peacefully, leaving clear silence. Everyone felt clearly the powerful lesson humanity had taught them deeply. Humans fought fiercely, clearly not to conquer, but to protect, and their courage united the galaxy bravely. Years later, across countless worlds, children learned clearly stories of humanity's bravery. Statues and monuments clearly stood on many planets, honoring humans openly as symbols of courage, kindness, and unity. On Vora, Elder Kayla stood proudly beside a massive monument built clearly by her people to honor humans. Written simply and clearly were powerful words remembered by everyone forever. When we called desperately, humanity answered bravely. Their courage clearly showed the galaxy hope. We will never forget. Commander Elena Torres visited Vora clearly, emotionally seeing how deeply humanity's bravery had touched innocent lives. Elder Kayla greeted her gently and respectfully clearly. "Commander, humans sacrificed everything bravely to save us. Your courage inspired clearly every civilization. Humanity's fury became clearly our galaxy's greatest strength, our hope and unity." Commander Torres smiled gently. "We promised clearly to protect life, Elder. Humanity only did what was clearly right." Kayla nodded clearly, speaking softly. "Your bravery will guide the galaxy forever clearly." Returning home peacefully, Commander Torres clearly understood humanity's true victory was not defeating enemies, but inspiring billions clearly to unite bravely. Generations later, long after the Drakar War ended completely, humans and aliens still told the story openly and clearly of humanity's courage. The desperate call answered bravely, the sacrifice made clearly, and humanity's ultimate fury awakening clearly not anger, but courage. Humanity's legacy was clear forever. Not weapons, but bravery. Not conquest, but unity. Clearly, humanity's fury became forever a legacy of courage, hope, and inspiration clearly remembered across the galaxy.